Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Saturday, December 11th, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Utah Jazz vs Washington Wizards. Wizards are 2-7-1 Austrian shillings in their last 10 games. Wizards are 1-4 Austrian shillings in their last 5 home games against the Jazz. Jazz are 6-0 in their last 6 games. Jazz are 9-2 in their last 11 games against the Wizards. Utah has been one of the better teams in the NBA this season on both ends of the floor. The lone blemish on Utah's resume is their unacceptable 13.8 turnovers per game. With that being said, expect that number to slowly trend in the positive direction as the season continues. They sit 3rd place in the loaded Western Conference. This Jazz team is a speeding locomotive barreling down the tracks, and the Wizards will be the deer staring in the headlights right in the middle of the path. There's no need in beating around the bush. Sure, it was nice to see the Wizards finally get back in the win column, but it took them beating up on the lowly Detroit Pistons to do it. And they still only won by 3 points in overtime. Caldwell Pope added 13 points for the Wizards, who outscored Detroit 52-38 in the paint and finished with a 13-7 edge on the offensive glass. Daniel Gafford had 7 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 blocks. Washington ranks 14th in defensive rating after 26 games. Although not a glaring stat, they have been among the worst defensive teams in the NBA over the last 2 seasons. As long as they keep their defensive intensity up, they will be competitive against every team in the East. Our first betting advice is to pick Utah Jazz, -5. Utah isn't giving up anything from three-pointer, and their defense inside the arc is one of the best in the league. It has been complete defensive dominance, with the team only allowing 102.8 points per game. Bradley Beal is an elite scorer on the floor, but Donovan Mitchell can match him blow for blow. It's going to take a two-way effort for the Wizards to pull off a win in this game. They have to find a defensive heartbeat to at least keep it close, and last season's version of Beal needs to show up. None of it is out of the realm of possibility, even if it seems like a long shot on the surface. The Jazz are about to remind people this Wizards team was on a 3-game losing streak before they ran into the Pistons. There are all kinds of question marks about the Wizards. Can they score enough points offensively? Will they be able to compete on the boards? Will they stand tall or implode defensively? The odds aren't looking good for any positive answers with the Jazz in town for a visit. Rudy Gobert will continue to look unstoppable in the paint, while Donovan Mitchell and company run up the scoreboard in another lopsided victory for the Jazz. The Jazz made light work out of the Philadelphia 76ers on the road on Thursday night and reminded NBA fans that they're more than just the third wheel to the Golden State Warriors and Phoenix Suns. When the time comes, they'll be right there in the mix, ready to contend with whoever is left standing in the Western Conference. Our second betting advice is to pick under. Quick reminder, BetUS is a platform that offers betting on all major sport and horse racing leagues. It has slots, table games, blackjack, and a variety of other casino games. All of the major US leagues are available for betting, including the NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, and PGA. In addition, BetUS allows wagers on esports, Olympic events, soccer, cricket, boxing, cycling, and many more competitions. Join BetUS now using our link down below and get 125% cashback bonus on your first deposit on the sportsbook after you open an account and deposit using our link and use our promo code HIGHSTAKES. Houston Rockets vs Memphis Grizzlies. Grizzlies are 6-1 in their last 7 games. The Grizzlies were expected to fall in the Western Conference standings after star Ja Morant suffered a left knee sprain almost 2 weeks ago. Memphis has 6 of 7 games without leading scorer Morant on the hands of elite production from their supporting cast. Dillon Brooks is averaging 17.3 points on 40.9% shooting for the Grizzlies, whose win streak includes an NBA record 73-point victory over the Oklahoma City Thunder last Thursday. The Rockets were really looking good before they ran into the Bucks last night, as they had won 7 straight while covering the spread in 6 of those wins. The Grizzlies have quietly been playing some great team basketball lately, as their effort on defense has really converted into wins for them, which is impressive given that they're still without Ja Morant. The Rockets are shooting 48.8% during their streak, fourth best in the NBA during that span, and are converting 39.9% of their 42.3 3-point tries per game. Our first betting advice is to pick Memphis minus 7.5. The Memphis Grizzlies have been in fine form as they've won 6 of their past 7 games and they will be looking to stay hot after rallying past the Lakers in a 108-95 home win on Thursday. Jaren Jackson Jr. led the team with 25 points on 9 of 18 shooting. Desmond Bane added 23 points, while Tyus Jones and Anthony Melton each scored 12 points. As a team, the Grizzlies shot just 43% from the field and 14 of 42 from the three-point line as they found themselves in a real arm wrestle with the Lakers until the fourth quarter, where they held the Lakers to just 17 points to escape with the win. Jaren Jackson Jr. scored 25 points, Desmond Bane added 23 and the Memphis Grizzlies pulled away in the fourth quarter for a 108-95 victory over the Los Angeles Lakers on Thursday night. Tyus Jones and Anthony Melton added 12 points apiece for Memphis, which won for the 6th time in 7 games. The Houston Rockets have been in great shape as they were riding a 7-game win streak before getting stopped in their tracks by the Bucks in a 123-114 home loss last night. Garrison Matthews led the team with 23 points on 7 of 13 shooting. Christian Wood and Aaron Brooks each scored 21 points, while Eric Gordon chipped in with 14 points and 6 assists. As a team, the Rockets shot 47% from the field and 19 of 46 from the three-point line as they looked to be in control after exploding for 42 points in the second quarter to lead for most of the game before going ice cold when it mattered most as they scored just 19 points in the fourth quarter. Jason Tate had a night to forget as he finished with just 6 points on 2 of 7 shooting. After starting the season with a deplorable 1-16 record, the Houston Rockets have turned it around with 7 straight wins. They defeated the Brooklyn Nets 114-104 2 nights ago as 3.5-point home underdogs. They will be in action on Friday night against the Milwaukee Bucks before this road tilt with the Grizzlies. Our second betting advice is to pick over Sacramento Kings vs Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland, 5-0 Austrian shillings in their last 5 home games. Cleveland, 5-2 Austrian shillings in their last 7 games versus a team with a losing record. Sacramento, 2-6 Austrian shillings in their last 8 Saturday games. Sacramento, 1-4 Austrian shillings in their last 5 games versus a team with a winning record. The Sacramento Kings are trying to take that next step as a team with point guard De'Aaron Fox this season. So far this year, he is averaging 20.6 points, 3.7 rebounds, 5.3 assists, 0.5 blocks, and 1.3 steals in 34.8 minutes per game. He is struggling improving his shot from the beginning of the year as he is currently shooting 43.8% from the floor, 27.6% from distance, and 74.1% from the charity stripe. In his last game against the Magic, Fox finished with 33 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, and 1 steal in 33 minutes. The Kings are 15-6 Austrian shillings in their last 21 road games and 5-2 Austrian shillings in their last 7 games overall. The Cavaliers are 5-0 Austrian shillings in their last 5 home games and 19-7 Austrian shillings in their last 26 games overall. The over is 5-2 in Kings' last 7 overall. The under is 9-3 in Cavaliers' last 12 home games. The Kings are 4-0 Austrian shillings in the last 4 meetings in Cleveland and 6-1 Austrian shillings in the last 7 meetings. The Cleveland Cavaliers are dominating defensively this season as they are second in the NBA so far this season as they are allowing 102 points per game. In their last game against the Chicago Bulls, they gave up 92 points on 35 of 84, 41.7% from the floor, 7 of 26, 26.9% from three-point range, and 21 free throw shots. The Sacramento Kings will travel to the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse on Saturday night to take on the Cleveland Cavaliers in a non-conference matchup. Both teams are entering this game on the second half of a back-to-back, so they are on an even playing field in that aspect. The Kings are 10th in the Western Conference with an 11-14 record. The Cavs are 7th in the Eastern Conference with a 14-12 record. Our first betting advice is to pick Cleveland Cavaliers -6.5. Our second betting advice is to pick under 216.